the fire that gets sucked up into it actually like brought down the severeness of the tornado.
Doesn't make sense because a tornado operates from the basically the collision of cold and warm,
Right, right.
right? So that makes sense. Like the flame gets sucked into it, kind of heats up that colder air, kind
Yeah,
of dies down a little bit.
right. So yeah, he's basically saying that you could blow up a tornado. Yesterday there was a tornado in Hendersonville, Tennessee, Madison, Tennessee.
Madison, Tennessee.
It was a big one. I didn't actually see um what do they call it, F rating
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever
I
the
mean the destruction.
category or whatever.
The
It
destruction looks nasty.
Yeah, our thumbnail was the some of the destruction from it. I got a video. There was an explosion caused by the tornado. It's pretty crazy. The flames get sucked up into it.
Damn.
Let's try this out. Is that working?
Yeah. It looks like it switched.
Oh, it
Does
did.
it switch?
Okay. Yeah.
Yay.
Nice. Here you go.
God. Oh my. Oh my God. Oh my God. What
Look
the
at that.
fuck?
Oh, that's kind
Oh
of
my
cool.
God.
Yeah.
What?
I
Oh
saw another
shit.
post on Twitter
Oh
yesterday. I don't
my
know if I'd be able to find it again,
God. Oh my God.
but it shows that fire getting sucked up into the tornado,
Yeah.
and it's the same video, but I think from a different angle. But the guys who's posting the video studies tornadoes,
Oh, okay.
and I don't know exactly what he said without pulling it back up, but he said something about how the fire that gets sucked up into it actually like brought down the severeness of the tornado.
Doesn't make sense because a tornado operates from the basically the collision of cold and warm,
Right, right.
right? So that makes sense. Like the flame gets sucked into it, kind of heats up that colder air, kind
Yeah,
of dies down a little bit.
right. So yeah, he's basically saying that you could blow up a tornado,
Oh, that's interesting.
right?
Never thought about
So you
that.
could just set off pyrotechnics on the ground and just kill a tornado.
So if that's the case, could you nuke a hurricane?
Right. Or I don't know I don't think, I just feel like a hurricane's just too big.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said nuke.
Yeah, nuke. I don't. That's not a
Just
good idea.
you just drop a
Yeah,
nuke
just
in
drop the
the
nuke
heart
on
of a
it.
hurricane. You're like, there it
There
goes.
you go.
Oh.
Or would it fuel it?
Ooh. I don't
Because
know.
I believe a hurricane's fueled by warm water temperatures.
Warm water, cold air,
Yeah,
colder air.
everything would just be warm
Because
there.
you have that cold. Because hurricane season happens like around now when the
Yeah.
air temperatures kind of drop, but you still have that warm current
Right. Right.
and the cold air. Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I could see some of the weather modification that could come from that. That
Well, I mean, you
they'd
look
be
at HARP.
creating tornadoes to test blowing them up.
Right. I mean, essentially, you could do the same thing with HARP, right? If you can create weather systems,
You could create
you could destroy weather
tornadoes.
systems.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm. Yeah, because I almost feel like if you can heat up the atmosphere, you can also have
Hmm.
a way of cooling the atmosphere, right?
You'd think so if you have the ability to do one.
Interesting. I do find it weird that so we were talking before we went live because I was telling you about how there's 90% of tornadoes only happen in the United
Yeah,
States.
yeah. I
And
feel like it's mostly our climate because I mean most of the tornadoes happen in Death Valley, in between
right.
Texas and Florida, like right in that.
But I mean the earth rotates, so there's got to be somewhere other than the United States that has kind of like basically the perfect climate for it as well,
Well, that climate
right?
stay doesn't stay in the Earth rotates around it. It's right,
Well, it all rotates together
right.
because you have the atmosphere that follows. But you would think, I don't know, you'd think that would happen
Uh,
somewhere else.
yeah. maybe. Hmm. I think
Yeah,
it's just
the
the
Earth's flat.
regional.
The Earth's flat. That's all.
It could be.
It's that
We don't
one.
know. I haven't seen
Right.
any proof of either, honestly.
Yeah. It's just that one specific spot. That's why tornadoes only happen in the United States. Is because it's
It's
flat.
just right
So it's
there.
just
Yeah.
right there.
Well, even if it was a globe, it'd be the same. It would just, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like the whole thing would just be rotating.
I don't know. It's crazy.
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
you would think that, like, because you'd have a correlation where other countries that have identical climates to the United
Hmm.
States, they would have tornadoes as well. You would think.
I don't think that there is like identical climates anywhere.
No.
No, everywhere has like
Hmm.
its own thing. You know, you have tropical zones and you have deserts and you have,
Right.
but like there's pockets of like things like like um, well I guess London and Washington are similar. It rains all the time,
Yeah.
like all the time, all the time.
If you had a tornado in Australia, would it spin backwards?
I don't know. They say toilets spin the other way. There's apparently on the equator, if you pour water on like a funnel, it just goes down it. It doesn't spin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just straight down.
Yeah. Or on the other side of the equator, on either the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, it does like apparently in Ecuador, like the
Changes.
country, there's
Yeah.
a place where you can demonstrate. Like on that side, it spins this way. On the other side, it spins this way.
That's weird.
In the middle, it just goes straight down. I've heard it's like a tourist attraction.
That's really weird.
It is weird.
I can't
But
wrap my head
why?
around it. Yeah, why?
I don't know.
It don't really make a whole lot of sense, does it?
No, I mean, why would it literally on that
You're just like-
side, like right up, like 2 steps on the other side of the equator?
Right.
Either way, it spins opposite directions. It doesn't make sense to me.
No.
I want to see it. Is it
Huh.
real? I don't know. I've never been there. I've seen
Yeah, it's-
videos.
That's crazy.
So this is the death count as of
3 dead with 26 injured.
was that today, the 9th,
That's
Just- or is that yesterday?
that's yesterday.
That was yesterday. 3 dead, 26 injured. That's really unfortunate. Oh, here you go.
Tornadoes are
EF3.
definitely not a joke.
No, they're not. They terrify me. I wouldn't want to experience one. We almost did last year,
Yeah,
or a few months ago,
that
wasn't
was
it?
a few months ago. Yeah.
In August, I think, or
Something like
June
that.
or July. I don't remember when exactly that was. It got really windy here, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it got really. Dude, it went right through
There was actually 7 tornadoes that day
in Michigan.
in Michigan. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty wild.
Uh,
My grandparents lost a bunch of trees. It was mostly just straight line wind stuff, though. But
yeah, but it did a lot.
tornadoes terrify me. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, they're.
We stayed the night in the basement here. Lost power for like 7 days.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a force of nature that's just. It's so destructive.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty crazy.
And like that's like if it hits your house, you just I don't know, just pray.
Yeah, I mean that's what insurance is for. But it
Yeah, it
sucks to lose everything.
The house doesn't matter at that point. You
Right.
you're praying that
that you make it.
you make it
Yeah.
through it. Because
At that point, you're just hunkered in the basement, just hoping for the best.
right,
You can't control it. It's not like
Just
you can just go set off bombs in your backyard and blow up the tornado.
right, completely wipes your house out. And then
Yeah.
you like walk upstairs and you're like, oh,
Oh, there that goes.
well,
Well, at least you made it. Hopefully, people who are affected down there are doing all right at least.
yeah. It looked like I mean, in that picture, it looked like a lot of those houses just got wiped right off their
Leveled,
foundation.
yeah, like there
just
was
leveled.
nothing there, just debris.
But that's an area that's like,
Do they have basements
Uh,
down there?
yeah, well, they have.
Because I know a lot of
to.
places that don't. Like
Yeah,
it's
they
not that common to have basements.
they would have to, like, that whole area, like Tennessee, Oklahoma, Kansas, like that whole area, Kentucky.
Mhm.
That's like the valley of tornadoes,
Mhm.
where there's so many tornadoes every single year. I if I wouldn't buy a house down there if it didn't have a basement. I'd be
That
like,
I
nah,
feel the same way
I'm
about
good.
yeah, I kind of feel the same way about Florida though. I would never own a house in Florida.
No, no. Oh, I mean, maybe in more inner part of Florida,
Maybe.
more inland, but even then, you're still dealing with high winds
No thanks.
if a hurricane hits.
No thanks.
Yeah, I'm good.